AZ said that she feels better this time around than when she came back in January. Do you see a difference in her compared to the first time?
I don't know. I've not seen her in practice except for just recently, a couple of days. Most of the time it was just individual work, so you don't know how someone's going to react when it's 4-on-4, 5-on-5, and there's a lot going on. But if she says she feels better now than she did back then I'm with her 100%. That's a good sign for us. That's a great sign for her because, a player has to feel confident. They have to feel good in order to perform, at their best. So I'm glad that there's no doubt in her mind that, she's ready to play.
Before she got hurt, you had wanted to play her at point guard sometimes to give Nika a little break, and you were able to do that today. How encouraging is that to see going forward, especially if you can get Nika just even a couple-minute breather?
Yeah. When Nika's not in the game, we kind of, switch our offense a little bit so that, we have two guards and more so than one, and try to get her some help. But AZ's terrific ball handler, and she's a really good passer. She had 4 assists today, right? And she's able to, I think, because she's strong, she's able to put the ball on the floor and go by people, which is really important because they're up in her face because she's going to bury those threes. So she has opportunities to go by you, and that was a really good sign that she wasn't afraid to get in the lane. She wasn't playing tentatively and wasn't, holding back anything.
You've been weathered through a few of these injuries now that she's had. I did probably the first one even before she got here.
Yeah.
How does she handle that? How does she process it? How does she handle those things?
Well, the weirdest thing is her sophomore year, she was the first sophomore ever to be high school national player of the year, right? And then her junior year, she tore everything in her knee. And that wiped out her whole season. And then you don't know how somebody's going to come back when that happens. And that senior year, she had another really good year. And then it's just been a series of things. And I think what happens is it makes you a little bit cautious. That even when someone tells you you're okay, all right, you're cleared to play. In your mind, you're like, am I? So, when people kept asking, when is she going to play? Well, if you ask the doctor, she can play right now. But if you ask her, I'm not quite there yet. So I think that comes from it happening over and over and over again. And then you have to get to that level mentally where you just say, all right, I've done all my rehab, I've done everything I can. Now I'm gonna put it to good use. And somebody like Nika and Paige maybe, they're reckless spirits. So they'll just say, roll the dice, I'm out. But somebody like AZ, she's much more cautious. So with her, it's a different, and everybody's different. So you have to go based on that person's timetable.
Were her minutes today predetermined or were they game flow determined?
It's kind of like when Carol came back the first time and they said, try to get 10 each half, 20. I think we got pretty close, and if we'd have needed her more, maybe we'd have played her more, but I thought 20 would be a good number for her because you don't want to play too much because you're just getting in, and then you don't not want to play enough so that you don't start building what you need for the tomorrow and the day after, hopefully.
What are your thoughts on the both the potential matchups tomorrow with either Marquette or St. John's?
I mean, two different kinds of teams, difficult to play for different reasons. I think the physicality of Marquette is something that you have to deal with. A lot of the experience that they have, they play with a lot of confidence. And St. John's just has people that can beat you one-on-one, and they're both exceptionally well coached. And whoever wins, it's going to be it's going to be a tough matchup for us. And I hope that us not being the exact same team that they played last time plays into that a little bit.
Is this defense sustainable? I mean, you've said a few times a lot of the things aren't fixable, but today it looked like, hey, the defense got fixed. Can you
Yeah.
sustain performances
You
like
can.
this?
You can. You can. Our defense isn't right now what past years at UConn have been, where, you know, we're forcing 20 turnovers every game. So it's not that, because we don't have that kind of personnel. So we can't play that way. And we've got to play a little more strategically, you know. We can't just go flying at people and then pick our spots, you know. So, yeah, defense is just a mindset that you either have or you don't. And if you have kids that want to stop others, then you have a good defense. If you have kids that doesn't matter if the other team scores, then you're not going to have a good defense. So I think tournament time, if your team's not committed to the defensive end, then you're not going anywhere. You're not going to win, regardless of how many times you put the ball in the basket. You're not. So I think our players understand that. You know, we've got kids that have been in the Final Four, kids that have been in a national championship game. I think they understand. It's a little more difficult than just, hey, let's play defense like we did yesterday. It'll be like, how did we play yesterday? Every day's a new day. Every day's a new day.